a parking garage above the CIBC Bank, one of Canada's 5 biggest, and a massive investor in fossil fuels, including the world's filthiest, Alberta's tar sands. Howard Breen, Regine Klein, and Tasha Diamant in the green hat lowered a rope ladder.
Looks good, actually.
Howard heads down. This was a first for Tasha.
No, don't touch me, don't touch me.
Don't look. XRTV, are you coming?
I was.
Yep.
I caught up with Tasha and Howard on the roof, where they dropped the banner.
Here comes the cops.
We're on the roof of CIBC Bank.
I noticed a certain amount of uneasiness when you were going over that railing. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling nervous because even though I have dealt in the past with police and security officers, I do realize that today I might get arrested, and I feel nervous about that. But as far as I'm concerned, this is civil disobedience. This is the right action. This is non-violent, and this is right in the property of the offenders.
Meaning?
Banks are among the worst offenders in terms of keeping us on the path to extinction, climate crisis, etc.
Extinction Rebellion globally has launched a money rebellion around the world to stop dirty fossil banks from investing in which creates intentional harm. And if there was a crime against ecocide right now, we would not have to be here. But because of the fact that the banks have invested some $18 billion just in 2020, the reality is their recklessness and their negligence is leading to the current climate and biosphere emergency. So we're here to disrupt business as usual in this bank, that bank, that bank, that bank. And enough's enough. The planet is burning. The house is on fire. Our children's lives are at stake. No climate justice, no peace.
A lot of people, don't really understand the immensity of the money behind what's keeping us in this like on this Titanic ship.
Down below, Vancouver activists were arriving at the bank. Howard welcomed them with a green smoke bomb. Stacey Gallagher of the Anishinaabe First Nation and Regine Klein of XR Victoria sang to Howard and Tasha.
Thank you for protecting what you love. Thank you for protecting the sacred.
The demonstrators marched off to the legislature.
You guys got this, right? We'll get them over there.
As the activists moved on, police entered the building. Then a police van pulled up. Tasha and Howard soon came out in handcuffs.
We are undertaking the money rebellion against the dirty fossil fuel banks. If we had ecocide laws, we wouldn't have to be arrested today. But no, they aren't arresting the real criminals that are the CEOs of those that have spent $18 billion in 2020 investing in the destruction of Mother Earth.
I'm in handcuffs, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 cops.
Did you ever think you'd be that daunting?
Do you want me to put this on you, Howard? Let's go ahead to the side door.
I'm not surprised.
At the BC Legislature, dueling demonstrations, anti-maskers and land defenders and their supporters. The latter included a venerable figure at Victoria's environmental rallies, Captain Painfully Obvious.
Glory, glory, that's a big tree. If we stand courageous and free, me with you and also you with me, we'll stop the idiocy.
The rally also gave us a chance to sit down with Indigenous leader Stacey Gallagher, who's out on bail after appealing a 90-day sentence for violating a 3-year-old injunction brought by pipeline builder TMX.
What brings me here today? I don't have a choice in these things, and which is good. I know what I'm to do for the rest of my life, just like all of our ancestors have done, and for our grandchildren. Because it might come a time where they'll say, Grandpa, why are we walking around with cancerous boils on us, and it's hard to breathe, and you know, we're in no clean drinking water and that. Why didn't you love us enough? Well, I'll be able to say to them that I did everything that I possibly can.
In February, Stacey was at the AIG Insurance Company in Vancouver. He was with Indigenous youth who were peacefully occupying the lobby to protest the company's backing of the TMX pipeline. Then the police arrived in force.
It was violent. It was a fight. They were fighting us. We were just trying to protect each other. So me and an elder, we were doing our best, and it was, you know, I really cried later that I couldn't protect them all because they're all my dear relations. Who the fuck does that to children? Yeah. Who does that to children? The system that came over from there, you know, very violent and patriarchal. It doesn't belong here. I would never put my hands on anybody's child. I'd put myself in front of their child, and we tried to explain that. They harmed a lot of people, and we had to have a sacred fire and letting go, and you know that violence can stay on them for the rest of their lives, for even generations. So yeah, I was there, and for about 10 minutes it was ugly in there. They were choking children out. Children.
The Victoria rally ended with a healing circle led by Coast Salish matriarch Rose Henry. It included Stacey, Tsleil-Waututh First Nation leader Reuben George, and supporters. We contacted CIBC Bank in Victoria to ask for their response to the action at the bank and the criticism of its huge support for the fossil fuel industry. We never heard back from them. As for Howard Breen and Tasha Diamant, they were released, but could face criminal mischief charges for protesting on the bank's roof.